For those of you who were too busy to watch the Shadow Spark Chronicles this week, here's what happened. An Axemander asks the party to join him in Scutus' studio after Ginny wakes up to discuss the events that happened earlier the day before. Annex begins the discussion by properly introducing Bishop and Ginny and asks Bishop to enlighten her to his story, with Bishop taking the steps to give her a rundown of what his life has been like since the end of the war. Annex begins chastising Justinian about his use of force, which wound up killing Ginny. Justinian doesn't like being talked down to and berates Annex for preaching down to everyone and trying to take command of the team. Justinian brings up the fact that he does not see the difference between what Ginny did and what Crow did. Bishop does his best to calm everyone down. Ginny interjects and agrees that she was partially to blame for what had transpired and accepts responsibility. Justinian and Annex settle into an uneasy truce and the party discusses their next steps. The party eventually boards the ship. That night, Marsland gets an unexpected telepathic message from Fane Shadowspark. The next morning, he informs the party about the message and discusses the fact that he has read the cleansed books and acknowledges that one of the books is now floating and following him around. The party arrives at Candor's keeps and decides to split up. Bishop heads home while Marsland and Justinian go to the academy. Annex, Ginny, and Gwenton head to the temple. At the temple, the team meets High Priest Cluster. Annex introduces Ginny and asks for access to the Hall of the Avatar. At the academy, Marsland informs Pura of the cleansing of the Shadowspark Chronicles. Pura wants to hear everything. She grants him a new role of Archmage at the academy and gives him access to the forbidden 6th floor. However, she warns him to be careful with dabbling in the books that are contained in the library on the 6th floor. Justinian speaks to Pura alone, and Marsland leaves and begins to study for the trip to Mechanus. Back at the temple, Annex addresses the Avatar of True Silver, stating that another martyr has been found. She tells them to look for more at the ley lines of power. They head back to their house. At the house, Ginny is introduced to Bren and the rest of Tyr's martyr order. They all rest for the evening. Please join us every Monday at 7 p.m. as we continue the ongoing adventures of the Shadowspark Chronicles, and as always, we'll see you in the dungeon. Fuck. All right, we're going to cut that whole thing. All right.